Well, hello again, my beautiful friends. You thought I was done with these, but I'm not. I've just been very busy shipping out noble beings to the first people in the world to ever receive these and now own these. And today's reading and thank you video is very, very special because all of the initial orders of noble beings have been shipped. They're all out to their destinations, and several people have already received them. I'm already getting pictures and videos of parents with their children, or those of you with Christmas trees celebrating your book. It's so cool to now know that these are out into the world and they now belong to you and to the children who are going to learn and absorb and recall the lessons and images in this book. I have books going to Kenya, going to Austria, going to Norway, the Netherlands, Canada, let's see where else, Australia. Those are the international ones coming to mind, and then of course pretty much every state. So that's really exciting. And I will be doing my most recent thank you shout outs at the end of this video. And for now, let us jump in to our first spiritual lesson for today. You see the girl, and she's growing like the flowers that she's surrounded by. It's like she's a flower, just being herself. And it says, "If it be thy pleasure, make me to grow as a tender herb in the meadows of thy grace." So this is a prayer. And she's saying, if it be thy pleasure, if it make God happy, if it be thy pleasure, make me to grow as a tender herb, like a plant, something that is beautiful and savory, that brings benefit to the world. So if it be God's pleasure, if it makes God happy, let me grow like the herbs in a garden, in the meadows of thy grace. Meadow is like a beautiful, verdant and green patch of land that has things growing in it. And grace is like God's love and blessing and care. So if it be thy pleasure, make me to grow as a tender herb in the meadows of thy grace. So as you grow up, you can grow up in God's pleasure like one of the beautiful plants in the meadows of his grace. And you can check yourself. You can say, how did I behave today and treat other people compared to yesterday? And am I growing like a tender herb in the meadows of God's grace? Or am I more like a weed? And do I need to pray and ask God, help me to grow in the way that makes you happy? You ready for the next one? So, what is she? She is a love superhero, and she's coming to the rescue. A thought of hatred must be destroyed by a more powerful thought of love. So a thought of hatred. Oh, I don't like that person. I don't like what they did. A thought of hatred must be destroyed by what? A more powerful thought of love. So you think, I want to replace that thought with love. I want to love that person. I want to think about how much God loves me and how much I love God, how much I love my parents and my pets and my friends. Whatever a thought of love is for you, that is how you destroy thoughts of hatred. And you must, a thought of hatred must be destroyed by a more powerful thought of love. And I'm going to go to the next one because it's connected to this one. You see the girl? And she has peace on her shirt, and she's very, very strong, right? And it says, when a thought of war comes, and that's like a thought of hatred, right? But it's like almost more so, like you want to take action on it. A thought of war, I want to fight that person. When a thought of war comes, oppose it by a stronger thought of peace. So when a thought of fighting comes, you oppose it by a stronger thought of peace. So what is a thought of peace for you? Is it like a thought of friendship? Is it a thought of something that makes you feel calm? Like maybe when one of your parents is giving you a hug, or maybe when you're swinging on a swing. Maybe it's the duckies on the river. Maybe it's a prayer that you say. When a thought of war comes, oppose it by a stronger thought of peace. And just think of this girl on the flying carpet and take a deep breath and invite in a thought of peace. We're going to do one more today because it's connected. So you see all these different children all over the world. And there's something that they all have in common, right? You see those thought waves and those love waves coming out from them. If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth, your thought, spiritual and positive, will spread. It will become the desire of others, growing stronger and stronger until it reaches the minds of all men. So if you want to be friends with everyone on earth and with all their beautiful differences, if you really desire this, then your thought is very powerful. Your thought desiring friendship will spread all over the world, and it will make other people, some of them you've met and you know, and some of them maybe you've never met and they're way on the other side of the world. It will make other people want to be friends too. So your thought, your desire for friendship with everyone is that powerful, and it will actually grow more and more powerful the further away it gets from you. It's like you are changing the world with your desire to be friends with everyone on earth, with all of their beautiful differences. Isn't that neat? Well, thank you for reading with me, my friends. Now let me give some shout outs to those amazing souls that supported my Indiegogo buying this book and will soon be receiving them. And by the way, the book is still available. Indiegogo, as a reward for you helping me reach my goal, has extended the campaign, so you can actually still order. All right, my friends. Carolina Vasquez in New York, New York. Thank you so much for your order. Justin Arnold in Austin. I didn't know you were in Austin. even though I addressed your label. Woo woo! Thank you so much, Justin, for your order. Girl, I actually don't know if it's Kathleen or Kathleen, but I love you and I distinctly know who you are. I always say Kathleen in my mind. Connor in Grass Valley, California. Thank you so much for your order. I was really happy to see that you picked up a book. Jeannie Sheridan, Jeannie and Duffy, amazing artists and souls in Eloy, Arizona. Thank you so much for your order. Mavash Yazdani in Santa Fe. Thank you for your order. Again, my video from last time, one of the drawings in the book is Santa Fe, so be on the lookout for that one. It's the one with the balloons. I know who you are, Murtash Olson, and you commented on my YouTube recently. Thank you so much for your order. I really appreciate it. In Rockville, and Nabil Himati in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much, my friend, for your order. Colby Jeffers in Phoenix, way to go, Noble. And Caitlin Thurber in New York. Thank you so much. Again, everyone's has shipped. Today I will be finalizing inputting all of the tracking numbers. And so you should be on the lookout for your book. Please send me photos and videos of you enjoying it or reenacting it, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for being part of this dream of mine coming true. Bye-bye.